Hello, welcome to Gentle Yoga. This is Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. You can visit us online at urbanyoga.org or on Facebook at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center. Check out the schedule, stop by the tip jar to make contributions, and YouTubers, subscribe to the YouTube channel for us, please. We're going to start today in a supported heart opener using our blocks. So I'm sitting over next to my blocks instead of on my blocks. So maybe you've done this before, maybe this term will mean something. In Iyengar yoga, they call this a lung bench. You're gonna like prop your upper body up on the blocks. So you can gauge how far to put them. There's some guesswork if you haven't done it before. One will be at the bottom of the shoulder blades and one right at the back of your skull. So do whatever's right for you with your legs. Some people like to plant their feet, cross their legs, extend their legs, doesn't matter. You might change your mind about what to do with your legs after you come down, but using your arms for support, come down and find the first block with the bottom of your shoulder blades. And then see, I missed with this one. This block needs to be closer to the first one to catch the lowest part of my head. And maybe some wriggling. Now, if the middle position on the blocks feels like too much, you could take your time to sit up and tip your blocks down to the lower setting. That will work as well. So once you're here, you might want something different with your legs. You could plant your feet and let your knees lean towards each other. Bring the soles of your feet together. Simply cross your legs or extend them. Whatever feels supportive for you. What leg configuration works well with your lung bench? What feels best for your body? You might rest your hands on the ground or rest them somewhere on your body, whatever you like. And a little something more before we start to focus on the breath and really get still. Just scan your upper body and see if you can detect any engagement in your neck. So our body does this funny thing where even with a block holding your head up, you might find that your neck muscles are doing some work as if they also need to hold your head up. Your body distrusts being propped up off the ground like this. Being flat on the ground feels instinctively safe. And your mind, your conscious thinking brain, knows that this block under your head isn't going to suddenly disappear, but maybe your neck doesn't quite know it. So if you detect any engagement in your neck and just noticing it isn't enough to dispel it, maybe you can't just think it away, we can do a small action to coax the neck into relaxing. So if you feel your neck is engaged a bit, it's not relaxed, your head's not just resting on the block, what you can do is bring your hands to the side of your head and just gently lift your head any little bit and place it down just softly, like you're putting down a sleeping child or kitten or puppy. Just sort of letting your head know it's supported, letting your neck know it can relax. So when you figure that all out, have your neck passive, figure out what shape feels right for you with your legs, with your arms. Close your eyes if you want. Focus on your breath. Just allow it to slow down and get a little deeper. I say a little because generally for most of us, with this amount of support under your lungs, a really deep breath is not going to feel so good. So just observe your breath and let it go on its own. It will get deeper and slower just because you're paying attention. You can periodically check in with your neck to see that it feels passive. You're not exerting any unnecessary muscular action there to hold up the head that is already being held up. Scan your body, take in how everything feels in this admittedly unusual posture. Maybe this is your first time doing this. I've done it a bunch of times, but I haven't done it in a while, so I'm taking it in. It's new again, engaging our beginner's mind, whether it's the first time or the 100th time on a lung bench. Feel your contact with those blocks, with the mat. Maybe your hands are touching down on the floor outside of your mat. How does that surface feel? Notice what else is touching upon your senses, sounds, maybe the air moving across your skin, the light filtering through closed eyelids, or whatever you're seeing if your eyes are open. Scan your body head to toe to take in what's going on internally. What do you feel in your body that's maybe not tied to your posture and your surroundings? Maybe some residual stiffness from sleeping. Maybe an older recurring issue. Anything unwanted that you detect, any soreness or stiffness. You might imagine your breath going to those places, nourishing them, helping them out. Make mental notes of any stiffness or soreness so that you can keep it in mind during practice, knowing you're always welcome to skip or modify any part of practice. If you wish to set any personal intention for your own practice today, you can do that now as well. And often we'll take 3 deep cleansing breaths, but as I was saying before, deep breaths usually don't feel so good with this kind of support under you. So we'll do a sound today instead. We'll share an Om. Om is the universal sound, the sound of oneness. We are all the same. We are all together. So take an inhale, and on your exhale, make the sound of the Om. And as that vibration fades away, we want to remember to move really slowly and mindfully as we come out of this supported posture. So nothing sudden, really take your time. Now there are 2 ways to come off of the lung bench. Some people prefer a more active exit, like a slow motion sit up. Please make it slow. I think the gentler way is to go to the side so you can plant an elbow and maybe bring the opposite hand over to that hand, and in slow motion tip over to the side, using the arms to gently let yourself off there, sort of landing in a fetal position. And take your time to sit up. We can move the blocks off to the side. Now let's lie down again to just let the back of the body reconnect with the ground, satisfying that instinctive want for direct grounding. And this will feel really good after the lung bench. Hug the knees into your chest, rock and roll on your back. Massage it against the floor. And I think let's start with energizing supine twist. Plant your left foot, heel in close to you. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Reach your arms out to the sides. Keeping your shoulders grounded, let your legs fall to the left and turn your head to the right. Come back up to center. Cross your legs the opposite way. And twist the opposite way. Come back to center. Uncross your legs. Draw your knees in, hug your knees. Take a few full body stretches. Inhale, extend your arms and legs all the way out. Exhale, curl up again. This might feel real nice on the back too. After the lung bench, maybe you're feeling still some residual effects from the pressure of the blocks on your shoulder blades. And then we'll start to sit up. You can either hug your knees and roll forward and back, or tip to one side and press your hands to the floor using your arms to sit up. Find a comfortable, nicely grounded seat, or maybe you prefer to kneel, that's fine too. Let your arms hang by your sides so your shoulders disengage. Raise your right shoulder, slide it back and let it down. Lift your left shoulder, slide it back, let it down. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself. Bring your chin over towards your shoulder. Let your chin roll down past your sternum and up to the other shoulder. Down through the middle. Back where we started. Face forward. Inhale, open your arms. Exhale, cross them the other way. Bring your chin to your shoulder and draw that semicircle over to one side and back to the other. Face forward. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale, raise your right arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come into a twist. Right hand behind you, left hand to your right leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. I know I'm feeling some difference here after starting with that long bench. The side bend felt different. The twist feels different. Thanks to that deep supported opening posture. Let yourself unwind, come through center. Inhaling, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. As you exhale, reach to your right. On an inhale, come upright. As you exhale, come into seated twist on the other side. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Let yourself unwind and come back through center. Rest your hands on your knees. Inhale, draw your heart forward, let your head tip back. Exhale to draw your heart back and let your head tip forward. Take a few more breaths with seated cow and cat. And after your next exhale, sit upright. Let your arms hang at your sides again. Let your chin come down towards your chest. Roll your ear towards your shoulder. Let your head tip back. Roll over towards the other shoulder. Slow, gentle circles. If you find any tight spots, you can pause to rock back and forth. Add a tight spot to help loosen it. When you finish the next circle, change direction. Sometimes we discover a tight spot moving one way that didn't register when we were moving the other way. And when you finish the next circle, lift your chin, look forward. Lift a leg, I'm just taking the one in front, it doesn't matter which one goes first. Let the foot hang limply. Interlace your fingers and your toes. And using just your arms, letting the leg and foot be passive. Slowly and gently move your foot in circles. Open your ankle up. Massaging your foot and your hand against each other. Change direction. Release your toes. Use both arms to support the weight of your whole leg. Think about the ball and socket of the hip joint, the femur resting in the socket. Move your leg in gentle, slow circles. Only as big as feels comfortable to you, not forcing anything. Allowing the leg to move around to the degree that it's ready to. Change direction. Let this leg down, lift the other one. Grab your toes. Begin your slow, gentle circles for your ankle. Change direction. Release your toes. Use both arms to support the weight of your entire leg. Start those circles in the hip socket. Change direction. And let your leg down. Take your time to come up onto your hands and knees. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, draw your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. Take a few more cow, cat breaths. And then listening to your body, let your movements become intuitive, sort of random. Just see what wants to move and where and how much. Exploring. There's no wrong way to explore. Like the stretching we do when we first wake up. Not really needing to think about it, just listening to your body's own wisdom, what information your body is sharing with you as you listen into it. Make your way back to table. And we're going to glide following the length of the mat. Exhale, sit back towards your heels, any amount. And inhale, glide forward, any amount. And just continue like that. Maybe the movements grow bigger. Maybe you feel like walking your hands further forward to give your heart more room to open. Maybe you start to drift towards a cobra, maybe even think about an upward facing dog. Whatever degree of movement feels right for your body. Maybe you really let the hips drop, or maybe you're not there yet. Only go as far back as you want and as far forward as you want. Go just as slow as you want. If you want to pause at the back end of the movement or the front end, you can do that too. And we'll start to make our way to a forward fold. You can shift back to table if you want to, bring blocks in under your hands to ease the transition to forward fold. Stepping one foot up between your hands and then the other. Let your head hang. Maybe keep blocks under your hands, maybe set them aside. Sway back and forth, bend one leg, then the other, explore whatever degree of movement feels beneficial in your body. Where can you find a little more ease, a little more length, openness? Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale out and up. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up and reach your palms up. And look up at your hands. Lift up your heart. Maybe let your hips drift forward if they want to. If your back wants to move that much. Inhale to come upright. Exhale to bend to the right. Feeling the length through both arms. Keeping your left heel down. Letting your head be wherever your neck feels comfortable. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, let your arms come down. Bring your hands to your heart. Shift your weight from one leg to the other. Feet resting on the ground. We're going to play with tree pose. If you like to have a piece of furniture or wall nearby to reach out to for support, feel free to step closer to the support of your choice. Bring the weight to your left leg when you're ready. Pick up your right knee. Open it out to the side. Bring your foot to your leg. You might have your heel on your ankle, toes on the ground, sole of your foot on your calf or on your thigh. Let the knee track out to the side regardless of foot placement, and make sure you don't press sideways on your knee. You push it on the wrong axis. It doesn't want to go that way. You can keep your hands pressing to center for steadiness or explore movement, explore other shapes. Nourishing your tree with plenty of air, nice deep breaths, flowing smoothly and continuously. If your hands are elsewhere, bring them to your heart. Bring your knee forward, let your foot down, shake your left leg, and anything else that feels like it needs a shake. And as you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart. Shift from side to side again. When you're ready, bring the weight to your right leg. Pick up your left knee. Open the gate of your hip and bring your foot to your leg. Let your arms find their expression. Bring your hands to your heart if they're not already there. Bring your knee forward, let your foot down, and shake things out. I'm gonna water my trees. And we'll play with one more balancing posture dancer pose, which is a great opener of the heart and shoulder, great stretch of the quad. And it's like a celebratory shape. It feels exuberant, I think. So we can start with one hand by the heart. Let's see, you were just on your left leg. So bring the weight to your right leg. Right hand by the heart, lift your left heel towards your butt. You're gonna reach back and grab your foot. Now, some folks like to grab the outside edge of the foot seems simplest. Some folks like to turn the arm, grab the inside edge of the foot, so that when we draw the knee back, the knee is guided towards the center line. Whichever grip you want to do, you could also hook a strap around your foot or ankle. You can even hold the strap over your shoulder. Reach back with your knee, let your torso tip forward. And if you want, reach the other hand forward. So if it's too much to draw your heel this close to your butt, you could have the strap looped around your foot and have this hand here holding the strap over your shoulder instead. Lots of different ways we can do this. This hand could stay here. This hand could grab the wall. Make sure you're breathing. Dancers need air, just as trees do. And see if you can come out slowly by the same stages, bringing the hand back in if it's extended, coming upright, then releasing your grip, then letting your foot down, and then let's shake it all out. A different kind of dancer, shaky dance. As you're ready, left hand to the heart, shift the weight to the left leg. Let that knee stay soft and responsive, like a nice shock absorber. Reach your heel towards your butt. Reach back, grab your foot or ankle, whatever works for you, or your strap. As you're ready, draw your knee back, let your torso tip forward. If you're ready, you can reach your left hand out as well. See how slowly you can come out, find the strength in the slowness. Shake, shake as needed. You have a seat on your mat. Sorting out where I want my props. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Let your knees bend as much as they want to. On the inhale, think of the crown of your head reaching forward. On the exhale, think of lowering some more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart to whatever degree is okay in your body. We're going to come into a fold here. Now, two ways to do it. You might walk your hands down your legs as far as you like, or you could have a block here, or you could just rest your hands on the mat. Three ways, I guess, and walk your hands forward at center line, either on your block or on the floor. I like the block. I like how this feels. Maybe you like to massage your legs. Maybe you like to reach to your feet and stretch your toes. Maybe you keep reaching forward, or maybe just take a more relaxed approach. Slowly walk your hands back. Sit yourself up. Nudge your legs towards each other. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together. Leave a big space between your pelvis and your heels. Reach over your ankles or under your ankles and walk your hands forward on the mat. Let your neck disengage, let your head hang. Breathe into your back, wherever the most sensation is happening. Slowly walk your hands back and sit up. Keeping your feet together, bring them in as close as you can. Interlace your fingers, hold your toes between your hands, wriggle on your seat, tilt your pelvis forward, bring the bones in your seat closer to the floor. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, spine nice and long. See how far that might go, that long spine. Whenever it stops, Let your head lower. Let your neck relax. Breathe into your hips. And now slowly sit up. Let your arms help your legs. Lift your knees towards each other. Bring your hands behind you. Come down onto your back. Set up for bridge pose. If you like to, you can put a block between your knees on the middle position. Pressing into the soles of your feet. Inhale. Lift your hips up. If you want a deeper heart opener here, go ahead and wriggle your shoulder blades in towards each other. Clasp your hands and reach your knuckles towards your heels. If you're clasping your hands, release them. Exhale, slowly let your hips down. Float up and down a few times at your own pace. Inhale, we go up. And exhale, we come down. And let's come to a supported bridge. Pause at the top of the movement. Bring a block under your sacrum. Come down to rest on your block. Press into the soles of your feet. Inhale to lift up off your block. Move it out from under you. Exhale, lower down. And let's move the blocks out of the way. Draw your knees towards your chest, hug your knees. Rock and roll on your back, massaging it against the ground. And pick up your strap. We'll do the longer version of our strap sequence. Open the strap to run it under your feet. Hold one end in each hand. Let your head, shoulder blades, and sacrum stay on the floor. Reach your arms and your legs up. Point your toes down towards your face. Point your toes up at the ceiling. Let your feet relax. Slide them apart. Slide them back together. Take your left foot out of your strap, press your left calf and left heel to the floor, flex your left foot back towards you. Reach your left arm out to the side. Sorry, reach your right arm out to the side. Left hand on the strap, draw your leg to the left and turn your head to the right. And as we spend a couple minutes here, see where your leg wants to go. At any time you can let your leg and or your arm relax. At any time you can gently and gradually increase the guiding tension of the strap to help the leg come over further. So just see how much your body wants. Exploring the edge of resistance without forcing anything. Maybe it feels good to explore going deeper. Maybe it feels good to pause. Sometimes as we pause and disengage, something releases in a different way than the release we get by engaging. Bring everything back to center. Take the strap in your right hand. Press your left hand down on the front of your left hip. Let your limbs fall over to the right. Keeping the left hip down, the left cheek on the floor allows the right hip socket more room to open, preventing the pelvis from rolling to the right there. Very gently now, bring everything back up to center. Lift your left leg, step into the strap. Take your right foot out, press your right heel and right calf to the floor, flex your right foot back towards you. Reach your left arm to the side, draw your leg to the right and turn your head to the left. Bring everything back up to center. Switch hands on your strap. Press your right hand down on the front of your right hip. Let your limbs gently fall to the left. Nice and easy, come back to center. Raise your right leg, draw your knees in, set your strap aside. Reach your feet up. Reach your hands out to grab your legs or your feet. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. Or invert in some other way if you prefer a different inversion to happy baby. invert for as long as you like. When you feel complete with inverting, make your way to Shavasana. Any resting posture where you can be comfortably still for these final minutes of practice. Breath slowing down, body melting a little closer to the ground, integrating the benefits of our practice. Maybe focusing on your breath or reflecting on your personal intention today, or just letting your mind wander. Begin to find some deeper breaths. Start exploring small movements. Let them lead to bigger and bigger movements. Moving mindfully, taking your time. When you're ready, gently sit up. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for sharing in practice today. The light within me sees, honors, and bows to the same light within each of you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. See you next time.